everyone, this is Louisa with Ellie Paper Studio, and today is Tuesday Print and Cut, where I give you free files for you to edit using either Microsoft Word or Microsoft Publisher, which are two very commonly used programs. So you go in, you edit them, and I also give you the cut files. If you happen to have that Cricut cartridge that I use for those cut files, you're able to cut everything exactly how I'm doing. If not, you may have to, you either have to buy them, or sometimes you can get them for free if they're being offered that week for the Cricut Craft Room. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the printouts. I've already gone ahead and out of the files I edited them. This is actually a real project for a friend of mine. She's throwing a book party for her 12-year-old's birthday party. Actually, she's 11, I guess, now. And I came up with this really cute idea of, she actually is having the author at her party of this. It's a teen book, and so it's a pretty neat idea of what she's doing. And of course I wanted her to have a really cute invitation to follow with it. So this is my prototype. I just made this out of scratch computer paper, and it's going to be a library card, and then on the library part of it, here's where it's going to say all the invitation information. And then inside of it, it will have this is not the actual color I'm using because it's too dark to print, but it's going to have a bookmark so that the people that go to the party and get an invitation, they also have their bookmark for the book that they're going to be receiving. So I'm going to show you what I've come up with. This is the library card part. So basically when you print it, it comes up. It'll actually come up with two. I'm just using this as one prototype for her to see first, and then we can make some changes. But when you get it, when you download it, it'll have this actual library card PDF or JPEG or picture where it says author, and it looks like an authentic library card. I actually got it from My Paper Pony. So I actually got this from My Paper Pony, and she has a few really cute, she has this image that she created on her computer, and it looks like a library card, and you can use it. I'll go ahead and put the link at the bottom of this so you can use hers, and also so you can check out her blog because she has a lot of really other cute ideas. And then this is going to be the bookmark part. I printed on this is not the traditional ivory cardstock that I would use, or white. You know, I told you that if you're doing these kinds of projects, ivory and white works best. But this one actually turned out alright if you print it in black. I don't know how it would look with other colors, but again, I'm using black for this, so kind of looks alright. And it just has the name of the book, thank you for coming, and then her name and the actual date of the party. So it's going to be a little bit of a memento also. So what I do with this library card, this is a little bit different than what you've been used to. So this is what you get, and you would get another one here. You're going to take this, and if this is your mat, and let's say that this is a 12 by 12 mat, so it goes all the way up to the edge, you're gonna, and I'm trying to put this into frame, you're gonna grab this, flip it, and then flush it all the way to the end. And if you have a 12 by 12 mat instead, let's say your 12 by 12 would go all the way up to this, it would keep going this way. I just have a mini Cricut, so it works perfectly for 8.5 by 11s. But still, it works with any Cricut machine except probably the smallest Cricut. You probably wouldn't be able to do this because it's too small of a mat. It only goes up to 6, and I believe this, yes, actually this takes all the paper all the way to 8.5. So I'm going to go ahead and feed this through this way. So basically my flipped image, my text is here, and your other one would be here. So I'm going to feed it this way, and it'll cut perfectly. Okay, so this is what you end up with once it's cut. And again, I only had it cut one of the images. You would probably see more. And then the reason I said this one's a little bit different is because we're going to flip this way. That way you can see the invite here. So I'm going to go ahead and score it right where this ends. If you need some help with determining where to score, you can play with it a little bit. I would recommend maybe even doing a few prototypes before committing to it. And now I'm going to score these two so that they can go into the library card part. Okay, so I've already scored my library card, and then if you bring it in, look how cute it turns out. I'm noticing that it's a little bit skewed to the right, so what I'm going to end up doing probably is bringing it a little bit more to the left and a little bit higher up, but other than that, it turned out perfect. And then this library card is actually going to go on a teal mat. Her favorite colors are teal. And this has a white core, which is perfect because I'm going to emboss and do some distressing on it. But for now, my next step is going to be to cut out the bookmark, which I've given these files out in 2 separate files. So I'm going to, again, this is what you end up with. With this one, you just, as usual, have the print part up. You're going to take your page, flush it all the way to the end, and stick it perfectly. Stick it well. I probably didn't need to stick the whole page since we're only going to use some of it, but okay, so here's what you end up with. So you lift your page. And again, I'm noticing they're coming up a little bit skewed to the right. So I'm definitely going to be fixing that. This is actually the first time I've done it in this one, using this type of cardstock. And I love it because then when the top, you can only see the top part, which is the book, the name of the book, and the author. And I actually try to use the same font that she uses for her own book. The other thing I've done to kind of do a little bit more to the bookmark is this is supposed to look like the spine of a book. So I went ahead and cut out these 2 other pieces, and all of these cuts that I'm using today, they're from the Cricut Craft Room Cricut Font and Basic Shapes cartridge. It's one of the most basic cartridges. I highly recommend it because you get a few different fonts and you get all the basic shapes, and you can do a lot of this like I'm doing, playing around. And it's supposed to look like the spine of a book, so I think I'm going to add those there, and then I'll probably embellish it a little bit using some I'll definitely put some ribbon at the top, and then maybe even a doily back here. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling everything together, and you'll see me playing around with a few things because I'm not quite sure what the end of it I really want it to look like. So if you just hang tight, at the end of the video we'll have the finished project. Finished project. This is the finished card, or invitation I should say. It's a really cute idea. This is what the finished bookmark looks like. I ended up doing using a Martha Stewart doily punch, which is, you probably have seen me use a lot. Is one of my favorite punches, and her favorite color is teal, so I used a sheer ribbon, some sheer ribbon in teal color. And then for the actual invitation, I ended up doing some distressing, and I used a Sizzix embossing folder, and I always forget the name of this one, but I'll be sure to let you know on the blog post which one it is. And I love it because even though you can only see a little bit of it here, when you turn it you can see it perfectly. So it has interest both front and back, and then you can read the invitation perfectly. The date due is really the date that the party is, and then the RSVP, the address, all that good stuff. And then it fits in perfectly. The little bookmark fits in perfectly. So I hope you enjoy this Tuesday print and cut. Join me again in a few weeks when I do another Tuesday print and cut. As usual, I do them every other Tuesday. And don't forget to visit my blog to download the free files. And also please don't forget to follow me at my blog. I recently made that option available. I hadn't had that available before. Also, if you enjoy this, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss anything, any of the news, update, or video tutorials. And also, this weekend I'll be part of the kickoff for the Scrapbook Blessings blog, where it's a new blog that a group of us are kicking off, and there is a fun blog hub going on with a lot of blog candy. I already picked out what I'm going to be giving, and I already created all my entries, and it'll be a lot of fun, so please make sure that you visit and check that out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.